PTN, the Pocono Television Network, is everywhere you are. You can catch us on YouTube, Facebook, and some of your favorite streaming devices. Head to PoconoTelevision.com for more information. Hey everyone, thanks for joining us. This is so exciting. We are live at the Great Pocono Raceway Airshow here at the Pocono Raceway in Long Pond in the beautiful Pocono Mountains. Oh my goodness, this is heart-stopping. This is amazing.
It sure is, Brianna, isn't it? I'm Chris Barrett, this is Brianna Strunk for Pocono Television Network. We're just excited because this is what we've been really waiting for months. The Air Force Thunderbirds in the background.
Yeah, this is amazing. Headlining act, United States Air Force Thunderbirds. That's what you're seeing right now. 40 minutes of aerobatic performances from them and 3 other performers as well. This is such an amazing event. If you weren't able to make it out today, don't worry. There's another performance again tomorrow, Sunday, August 22nd. Get your tickets on PoconoAirshow.com. Now, while this is an exciting weekend, it also is a solemn one, Chris.
Yeah, Brianna, one of the things that we won't be seeing today are the GEICO Skytypers, and we spent about 2 days with them over the last week. And unfortunately, you may have heard that there was an accident at the Wilkes-Barre-Scranton Airport, and one of the pilots did pass away. It's Andy Trav. And to his family, first we want to say we're extremely sorry and our condolences, but also the GEICO Skytyper were an excellent team to work with. It would have been a great event, but we want to say our hearts go out to them too, and we're going to miss you here today.
Yeah, unfortunately, Andy passed away yesterday during a practice run for the air show today. It was a really difficult decision for the officials here at Pocono Raceway to decide whether or not to hold this event this weekend, but they consulted with the GEICO Skytypers and decided in unison to continue on this weekend. It would be something that Andy would want. He loved aircraft and teaching the public, and that is exactly what is going to happen here this weekend.
That's right. And you know, in the background we're seeing the Thunderbirds, and at the same time we were talking with the GEICO Skytypers, we saw the Thunderbirds land at Wilkes-Barre Scranton, and we had the occasion to speak with one of the pilots. Here he is. Everybody, you're watching PTN, the Pocono Television Network. We're so happy to have you here. This is a great day in the Pocono Mountains. We're at the Wilkes-Barre-Scranton Airport, which is the temporary home of the Thunderbirds. We're even happier to have Major Oliver with us. Major, thank you so much.
Thanks so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
What do you like the most about being with the Thunderbirds? I'm sure there's many things.
Sure, without a doubt, my favorite part about this job, executing our mission to recruit, retain, and inspire all across the country, is my ability to go share my passion with so many people. I wanted to fly airplanes since I was about yay high, and I saw Top Gun too many times and said I want to go be Tom Cruise.
So to be like him.
Yeah, well, thank you. I appreciate that. So to now be able to share that with my friends and family has been really cool. I've got friends and family all across the country, so to be able to share that with them and let them see what I do on a daily basis. But the American public, so to be able to represent the United States Air Force, over 600,000 total force airmen all across the world, while we execute air shows all across the country is a real thrill.
One of the things I know is these are beautiful aircraft. Can you tell us a little bit about this, what you fly every day, day in and day out?
Yeah, this is basically a combat-ready F-16 with just a few modifications that we've made for the airshow circuit to include the smoke oil system and things like that. But other than that, it's a full-up combat-ready fighter. It's capable of speeds up to Mach 2, or about 1,600 miles per hour. The FAA won't let us go quite that faster in the airshow, so you'll see subsonic speeds, but right there up against the speed of sound during the airshow. And it's a really capable fighter and certainly represents the best of our frontline fighters in the Air Force.
Well, Major, thank you so much for being with us. And on behalf of the U.S. Air Force and the Pocono Television Network, this is what makes the United States of America great, is a gentleman like him. And all of you, of course. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Chris Barrett for the Pocono Television Network. Hope to see you soon.
You got to interview him, and we are live right now. He is up in the sky right now performing.
He sure is, and he could be, in fact, he may be coming right past us, Major Oliver. He was amazing. You know, from Ohio, parents really really proud of him, and he just exemplifies some of the great personnel that are in the U.S. Air Force. But one of the things we did, just to talk a little bit about the history of the Thunderbirds, they were established in 1953, and really the reason why they were established was just to showcase some of the great aircraft of the Air Force and provide some impetus to people to want to join the Air Force, because it is a great branch of the service. Now, the aircraft you're seeing here, the F-16s that just passed us, they would have seen service in Afghanistan, Iraq, and Iran. And also, one of the pilots when we talked to Major Oliver, he actually flew an F-22. So he's coming from a frontline fighter unit. And one of the things we should say, everything that you're seeing today, they're not stunts, they're aerial maneuvers. They're quite rigorous. When these gentlemen are coming up and down and out of maneuvers, they're drawing a lot of G's. So it's a very physically demanding job, but they do it for us and they do it for our country.
The Thunderbirds, amazing performers, but there are 3 other performers that are here today and will be here again tomorrow, Sunday.
That's right. So we have 2 acts, or 2 performers really, who are flying aircraft that are either used for racing or aerial maneuvers. So we're looking forward to that. And then the final really is a World War II exhibition where you have a Nakajima Zero versus a Corsair. Now, the Nakajima Zero is a facsimile because there's none of those aircraft that are still airworthy, but the Corsair really was in the Pacific. So the Zero really was a premier aircraft at the beginning of the war, but the Corsair became the premier aircraft by the end, and that's the war that won and that's the aircraft that won the war in the Pacific for us.
Amazing. And you are seeing these images live from the air show, but really you have to come see this in person. What you're seeing on the screen does not do it justice. I mean, it gives you the chills. It's so amazing. So if you want to come out to the air show, there is another opportunity tomorrow, Sunday, August 22nd. Go on PoconoAirshow.com. You can see all the latest information, including the schedule. You can purchase your tickets. And really, this is a family-friendly event. So if you have young kids, bring them out. This is an amazing experience for them, also an educational one. It's a family-friendly event. There is a fanfare area with carnival rides and different vendors, live music, so lots to see and do. Even some military exhibitions and military vehicles on display for kids to see and climb aboard. And like we were talking about, Chris, not only is it family-friendly, but a lot of veterans come to this. It's very important for the veterans to be here, and they also really enjoy seeing the younger generations here.
That's right, and we talked a little bit about the war in the Pacific. Well, tens of thousands of folks fought in that theater, and thousands flew aircraft, and that was the difference between us winning the war there and Europe as well. So you see veterans are really heartened when they see these displays of what it was like for them a little bit when they were in the service and some of the sacrifices that they made. In fact, we were just talking to 2 young officers now. They're in the recruiting command and educational command for the Air Force. And really, the Air Force is a very viable career. Any military service is. So we're happy to honor veterans, and we're also happy to introduce folks to what the military is, because we're in a great country.
Yeah, that's very true. Again, PoconoAirshow.com. Purchase your tickets. We should mention the shaded 300 level is sold out for tomorrow, but there's still seats available in the 200 level. Really, wherever you're sitting in the grandstands, you cannot go wrong. It is amazing views from any single place you're sitting. And we also should mention, make sure you bring some cash. Parking is $10 and RV is $20, cash only. You'll also want that cash for the food and beverage vendors as well.
How about other events than Pocono Mountains?
So many coming up. We have so many events happening this month. Fairs and festivals, and then going into the fall. Beautiful fall foliage here in the Poconos. So check out PoconoMountains.com/events and you'll see what's coming up.
Right, and the Fall Foliage Predictor launches on September 9th. You'll love it. And the fall is usually more moderate in temperature, but it's beautiful, so don't miss it.
All right, so now we are going to give you a look back to one of our major events called Pick Up the Poconos. You could sign up on pickupthepoconos.com for the next event coming up on Saturday, September 25th. So we want to give you a look back to the 2019 event. But again, go on PoconoAirshow.com and make sure you come out here tomorrow. We hope to see you.
Great, and thank you for spending just a little bit of time with us. For Brianna, I'm Chris Barrett for the Pocono Television Network. As always, thanks for watching.
PTN, the Pocono Television Network, is everywhere you are. You can catch us on YouTube, Facebook, and some of your favorite streaming devices. Head to PoconoTelevision.com for more information.